maybe evaluate the offensive performance Saturday a little bit?
Well, we played good enough to win, so obviously that's really important. That's our number one goal, obviously, is to win. I thought at times we played really well, and then we hurt ourselves a little bit. In the first half, I think we had 4 possessions, and we had 2 touchdowns and a field goal, and then we had a holding call that we couldn't overcome on the other possession. So we had a 3rd and short there, 3rd and 1.5, and they ran a twist in there, and we weren't able to convert on a 3rd down, so that was disappointing. And then in the second half, I thought we had there was times we played well. We obviously had a huge mistake with the turnover. It resulted in a touchdown, which those are really difficult to overcome in a game, and we were able to do that. So that'll be a great learning moment, and there was a great teaching moment yesterday for our guys. Had some big plays. Cole missed a guy wide open on a post for a touchdown in the second half, which was disappointing. We ended up punting on that drive, overthrew him, I think his adrenaline got going a little bit, and overthrew him. And other than that, I think just great resolve, being down 38-25, and coming back and winning and scoring and getting the ball again and scoring and converting on a 4th down, and doing those things, I think is going to be great learning for our young players. We got a lot of young guys out there, the quarterback in particular. All those situations that he gets in is just going to continue to add to his resume and help build his confidence and make him a better player.
TJ, is it not so much trying to find ways to get him the ball, but trying to find ways to get him on the field so teams don't think he's getting it every single time he's out there?
Yeah, he did. We did some of that. He picked up a corner blitz on a big an explosive play and a protection. We got 3 tailbacks that we feel really good about. So all 3 of those guys are going to play, and we only had 60 plays in the game. We didn't have the ball very long, so if you have 75, 80 plays, the guys get more plays. Every week we talk about touches, and you want to get this guy touches, that guy touches, this guy touches. If you only have 60 plays, it's going to limit their touches. Now the good news was we averaged 9 yards a play in those 60 plays, so we got some big plays out of it.
What's the plan for balancing the reps in Austin this week?
I think the big thing is going to see where they're both at tomorrow. Pre-practice, and then take it from there. Cole got the lion's share last week. This week, I think Austin will be, better. I think he feels better. Yesterday, he did. I haven't spoke to him yet today, but I'm assuming he's going to just continue to feel better every day. So we'll see how they both feel tomorrow, and obviously, whoever we think is going to be the most healthy and give us the best chance to win, we'll get the majority. But right now, we're going into tomorrow and say 50-50, and then if somebody's not feeling good or can't practice as long or whatever, then obviously the other guy will get the majority.
Yeah, where can you go? One guy getting over shoulder injury. Brent said Cole's okay, but he's wearing a boot. We got both guys kind of dealing with stuff.
Yeah, it's we got a lot of guys in our team dealing with stuff. It's just been one of those years. So, they're both tough guys, and they'll both do a good job getting the rehab. And the good news is now they both have a lot of experience, so we feel good about either one of them.
You played the screen to Nance that was the touchdown. Is that intended to be behind the line, or is it just kind of where Cole's feet are? How's that?
No, it was. It's supposed to be a forward pass. Those are bubbles we throw, and they're all supposed to be forward passes. The receiver got too deep on his initial route. You know what I mean? We're not supposed to give ground on that. We're already in the backfield. We're supposed to be moving in towards the line of scrimmage. So.
If Austin is the guy Saturday, I know his experience with your guy and all that, but he hadn't played the game in a month. How tough will that be, you think, for him or for anybody to be off a month and then you have to start that?
Yeah, I think it's tough. It'd be tough for anybody to do that. Again, the good news is he's played a lot of football, so he's been in these type of environments in these games, and practice isn't the game, but it'll be difficult. But I know if anybody can handle it and do it, it'll be Austin Allen.
Was bubble screens ever designed to be backwards passes?
No,
So every time you see it in games,
that's the way we do it. I can't speak for everybody else, but yeah.
LSU really went toe-to-toe defensively with Bama, held them down the run game a little bit. What do you see from that?
They're a very talented group, as you would expect from any LSU defense. Defensive line inside, they're very big. They're hard to move. The ends are very, very good, very active. 49s playing like you would expect them to play. The two inside backers are playing at a very high level. 40s playing really, really fast, making a lot of tackles, and they've got a really good secondary. Number one last year played very good against us, and he's very physical. You watch him on tape, and he does a really good job with their scheme, and they do very well coached and very, very talented.
Yeah, I think he's the best player now.
Mm-hmm.
He missed spring ball, and I think he had some stuff this fall. He got off to a slow start, doesn't look like he's in his stride.
Yeah, he's playing really well. He played really good on Saturday night. Looked explosive, looked very powerful, and was very disruptive in the Alabama game.
They held Alabama under 299, so probably about 200 yards under what Alabama's average. How impressive was what
They played outstanding. They played very inspired. They played with great effort. They got really good players, and I expected that game to be a close game, and expected their defense to play very well. They're just from going from playing them last year and the year before. They got really good players.
How did the Austin Cantrell at running back thing come about?
I don't know. I think he was. I wasn't here when we recruited Austin, but Coach Lunny, said that that's one thing he did in high school really well. He carried the ball. I think he was a tailback, and we talked about it a little bit, and then we used him in practice one day, and he hit it like you saw Saturday. He hit it, and was really downhill, and so it just, again, we thought short yardage goal line, 1st and 10 situations, give him a chance to hit it up in there with the ball and run hard, and he did a good job. Obviously, he had a ball security issue, but as far as him just hitting it and understanding it, did a good job, and probably see a little bit more of that as we go forward.
You guys have a lot of guys from Louisiana contributing to the special teams, Warren, Cole, and defense. How excited do you think those guys are? And Cole's a pretty excitable guy anyway. How do you think he'll be going back to some stage?
Well, I think, obviously they'll be very excited, anytime a guy goes back to where he's from to play, he'll probably have a lot of family and friends there watching, and that's very, very important to everybody. So I'm sure they'll be excited, but the big thing is this is an SEC road game for our football team, and we got to, put together a great game plan and put together a great week of preparation, and those guys can't let that be a distraction to them, and I'm sure they won't, but I also know there'll be a little extra excitement for those guys.
For a young guy like Cole, do you talk to him a little bit about that this week?
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk to him about, like I always do, about being in the right mindset and the right frame of mind when you walk on the field, and you can't try to do too much. You can't win the game by yourself. Obviously, you got to play within the framework of the offense and do the things we teach you to do. But I think it's also good for a guy to be motivated and excited to play.
Any more questions?
Those screens, you want them to be forward just before they play like that to not happen, right, basically.
Yeah, when we throw a bubble, we want them to be forward. So if they're incomplete.
The defensive back hit the receiver if it's behind the line of scrimmage.
Right, well, we're supposed to block them, so.
Yeah, I don't know if LSU can hear me loud no matter when, but do you think you're getting any kind of break playing at 11 instead of 7 o'clock?
I don't know. I've never been there at 11, so I guess we'll find out.
All right.
Thanks.
Guys.